This is Access LaPorte County, Channel 97. Coming up next is the September 19th meeting of the Michigan City Urban Enterprise Association. You can find more information for this meeting at www.accesslaportecounty.org.
Well, let's do a call to order for all present, and we'll just do attendance in the room and then over Zoom. So, Esther.
I'm present.
And Tommy. Here. And Skylar.
Here. Present.
And I am present here in the room. And then we've got Councilwoman Tillman. And Dave Hart.
Present.
Okay. So we are, again, not at a quorum here, so we can't move for our meeting minutes. Clarence, do we need a quorum for you to go over financial reports? Is that okay?
I mean, we can present stuff to you, but
It
we
can't
can't
be
vote
approved.
on it. So we're not really official.
Yeah, it doesn't necessarily, okay.
Sounds like we're wasting your time, so unless you have a question I want to answer, I can do that, but it's not an official meeting.
Right.
Yes, I mean, you can't really discuss something that you want, yeah, it's difficult to have a meeting when it's not informed. So, because I did check today with the attorney, we had, less than 9, and 2 in a room says no, by state law, you gotta have 5 in the room. So I'm trying to see if having 4 people would suffice. It does not, so.
Okay.
You can't even introduce anything.
Yeah. No. Can we, Clarence, is it okay to have a discussion about something as long as we don't vote? Even if it's not something germane to,
It's not official.
like what's on this business, if you will, this docket?
I mean, you're making me an attorney here.
No. I mean, if you, I'm sorry, I don't mean to put you on the spot.
You have called a public meeting, so the public is aware of date and time. You do have people who know you're supposed to have a meeting, so.
Okay.
And you can't approve anything you can't take any action steps, like vote to approve any contracts or grants or anything like that. You can't even hear that right now because, yeah.
Clarence,
You could discuss the best practices document because that's something that.
well, that was something I was really interested in, and then
You could talk about that because that's something
I think that looks good.
We're on the vote, so
Cool.
I signed today, it looks pretty good.
yeah, I think it's really good actually.
But, something we could do without a vote.
I think that is what Skylar is asking.
That, and then I was just gonna kind of go into what we were talking about earlier, just
Just put on the record, so.
yeah, like Clarence, the question was asked of us, or was posed at this meeting that is there opportunity to use UEZ for more community development placemaking situations or projects, so not situations, projects? Is that something that the UEZ could get involved in, or could they partner with other organizations who do that? Could they fund that?
Community enhancement.
Yeah, community enhancement.
Partner as opposed to trying to take it on your own. And the other reason why I said because some of those placemaking stuff really costs a lot of money, and so you don't want to do one project and done. I guess but what I would ask the board to think about is think of yourself as a downtown authority. Think of some of the needs for downtown. Think of some of the needs of some of the neighborhoods around downtown, and then that will give us an idea of things you can do. And then part of the discussion would be who else is doing it, and can we help them do it better, as opposed to doing it by yourself.
Can we fund them to do
Is
something?
there an agency who does something within the residents that we can help them do better? Maybe it's like our organization or something like that, working with HUD funds. I mean, so there's things we can look at that the city may be doing, or a nonprofit that we can say, okay, they're doing a good job for the residents in the zone, let's help them do it better. With the facade program, the TIF district's got one, so let's figure out, are we competing, or we let them do the exterior and we do the interior? So there's some things we can look at about what's out there, so those are all things that we can do because we don't have a lot of money. So the things that we want to really do, we will spend the money on, but if there's things that people are already doing, how can we help them do it better within the zone? It would be my advice.
But I guess my question is more or less like kind of a, maybe it's abstract to the point of okay, it's not just fixing up a house. So say there's a project, I'm just going to use this expression, just forgive me for good. Say there's a group that says they want to do art in a neighborhood. The neighborhood's in the UEZ. They say, we got $5,000. It's going to cost 10. Can they come to us and then we match and help them do that community kind of enhancement project, if you will? Is that something we could do?
Yeah, it would be nice to bring families into the UEZ when you
I
move into the
mean, you
uptown.
can.
I mean, it's not fixing up a house, but it very much is placemaking to some extent.
I mean, I know you're aware, anything you do with art, you have to go through the art commission, so.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Another way to get it done.
Yeah, of course. But are we free to do something like that that's more placemaking rather than fixing?
We did,
I don't know. I think we can.
programs, we did events that we
Yeah,
were
that's what I'm
responsible, like 1 or 2 events every year that, at the end of the day, you wanna have people come to the downtown UEZ district.
Right.
So by the business doing well, the UEZ makes more money, so it's almost self-serving.
Right.
Because you wanna make sure there's a
Exactly.
pipeline of money coming back to the UEZ all the time.
Right.
So
It is,
how can you work with the Main Street, the city, any group that
That's what I
works
wanted
within
to
the
talk
downtown
about.
to make it
Fix this
better?
time.
Because the better the downtown does, the better the UEZ does. And the better the zone does, the better the UEZ does. So you gotta think from that
Right.
perspective. So whether it's community, business, how can we help improve and whether it's directly or indirectly helping other people to get better?
This comes back to the assessment. Asking the question about where is the need? Do we know?
That's a great, or need as a, what's considered target, you said need.
It's broad. I mean, what is the need? You said things that are happening downtown. You talked last time we met about working with daycare and how we were going to maybe identify those facilities that were in the urban impact zone to support them. So where are they located? Are they located downtown? Are they located in and around downtown?
Yes,
What-
we are right now working with that group. We're getting our list of all the daycare centers across the whole city, the mom and pops. So at the next meeting, I can have a list of those within the zone itself.
Okay, so my point again is that there is a reason why we're looking at that. There's a reason why. So what can we do to build upon what Esther is saying in looking at in and around the arts
Yeah,
district?
right.
Yeah, to enhance it? Is there a sitting park? Is there a street corner? Is there what is there in and around there that we could help to enhance it?
Right. To bring families in to just enjoy the district.
and I think it almost sounds like that could be not like a blank slate grant application, but it falls outside of our business grant and our residential
That's
grant.
what I'm
Those are
getting
like our existing programs. So like, do we have the autonomy, the authority
To create like
to create a new grant program?
like a placemaking grant, almost.
It's more like community involvement or
should be able
community
Absolutely.
inclusion.
if the need is there. Again,
I think so.
I think you create it and
I mean,
see.
Tommy, in regards to the daycare, we know there's a need to improve daycare. So we try to do like we would like to next year do $5,000 grants. So we try to work with them, but assure them that we're not trying to come and red tag you and that kind of stuff. So there's a process we're going through right now with all the mom and pop daycares. We also have some people who are working for architects who will be able to walk in and say, you need an exit sign, you need an ear filter over here. So, but where the initial stage of getting that done, once we get to that point, we can say, okay, you can see, we'd like to talk to you guys about doing a program for childcare.
that's a beautiful thing. That's an enhancement to the services that are.
We want to do that. We're not there yet, but we can plan for it. Make sense?
Again, that's back to that strategic thing that we keep wanting to
And this is
do.
complementary to that.
that. Absolutely.
I think, so
Yeah.
They work together.
they
They
do.
could.
Well, I mean, you put in a
Absolutely.
music playground for kids, you've got families in there, you've got engagement, you've got another reason to come to the district.
For sure.
And it's not big, you can do it small, you keep it small so that it's doable.
I think that's really valuable because a lot of projects I've seen, they get all this excitement and enthusiasm around them, and it's just a little bit overreaching that that they fall short or they don't get accomplished. So I agree. It's about making attainable steps, and that can get built upon.
So
And then it becomes popular, and then you need to expand it.
but Clarence, what I'm hearing is that we have the autonomy to create a program, if you will, where these organizations
We could
that
expand.
that do want to do these things can approach the UEZ, and we max it out at, I don't know, we'd have to talk about that, but we would create something where you can do, like,
So
keep
we're
it
more,
broad.
we're more active than just making the grant too, though, I think.
I mean, I don't know that we're going to
Filling
be
the
able
empty
to.
parking space, almost
Yeah.
like identifying projects
Right.
that we would like to.
Correct.
Right.
That's,
Yeah.
Yeah. But we would need to create a funding mechanism.
Right,
if you will.
Actually.
I think, based on what Tom
Really
was
is.
saying, you create like kind of a template. Here are things we would like to be involved with.
Create a placement grant, put the rules in place. It's
That's
as
what
broad
it
as
is.
possible.
Let's just make it easy, because people are
And say, okay, we're spending 25 grand,
Great challenge.
and that way you get to be more
A lot of
involved.
people just need $4,000 or $5,000 to do an event. Don't necessarily
And maybe not even that
talk
much.
lots of money.
It's
Yeah.
not, then it can go a long way.
It's impact.
We had $1,000, we had a fabulous event.
So.
Okay, let's add it to the conversation next time we have corner.
There's some grants that are out there right now. I know ICTA does like a placemaking grant. It's a small grant. We could probably get some of their parameters and look at it. Indiana Housing Community Development Corporation, ICTA. I forget what all the acronym is, but they do a small placemaking
Is
grant.
that
But it's
county or
broad.
state?
But it's broad. It's state.
State.
But it's broad. What you know.
And I visited Columbus and look at what they did. I visited New Albany. I mean,
What is the
it's
guy's
just-
name that's over that program?
Jake.
Okay.
You did
You knew I knew.
He's a good
guy.
Very good
So-
Yeah, he is.
So-
Really amazing.
You two have a contact for
Jake
how to
is
get.
quite amazing.
Okay.
We can get you that. I think I might already even have it.
We worked with him for a few years.
He's a good guy.
Good guy.
And it's a small grant. It's not meant to be a big grant. In
No.
fact, it's a dollar for dollar match. Whatever you put in, they put in. It's a really good grant, and
I actually thought it went away. It's good to know that it's
it's still there. It's one of his personal
He
favorites.
must have
So
really fought for it.
he personally improved those. So
Good deal.
it's a good grant.
Very online, so.
Sorry. No, I was just telling them about the placemaking grant through ICTA. It's a small grant. It's meant to be small, but it's also meant to be it's for those impactful projects, but it's a catch-all project. But it's meant for those projects that you really don't, that are small, but they're so impactful, we just take them for granted sometimes.
And these people are really easy to work with too. They really are.
Beautiful.
I think you'll have plenty. If we make it available, I think you'll have people.
Right.
Yeah.
Would we need to consider, Clarence, the end input if it's not necessarily it's not a tangible improvement necessarily? Like if it's an event, it's an event. Like what is the
How many people
input?
did you reach? Like,
Right.
There's got to be some measurable.
Because we've had commercial grants that.
That's what we want to do, though. That will legitimize.
I agree, but I'm thinking like we can't do or we have not granted to religious organizations in the zone because there's no input. They're tax exempt. We have not granted on for lack of a better way of saying it, personal property as opposed to an improvement, like a business that wants things that will add but those things can then just be sold. It's not a sign, it's not improving the building. So
Yeah, I think we just have to be conscientious about it. We're not going to solve it today.
yeah, and I'm just putting that out there for
Not lamb.
Yeah.
I think it's something to think about.
Absolutely.
Definitely something to think
Say again, Dave?
There needs to be boundaries.
Yeah,
I agree, Dave.
about. Absolutely.
A clear definition
Clear
of
goals.
Yeah.
what is acceptable and what isn't. And, those lines are gonna be, they need to be clearly defined.
Delineated,
Right.
I agree.
which leads right into
Because we need to be sustainable as a funding source too. You know, our funds
True.
have to come from somewhere.
Right. Lead right into the best practices that we
No,
create.
this is good. You do this?
We work together on it, Darren and I. Darren did the heavy lifting.
Oh, I think
A lot of looking and reading.
it was a good back and forth.
Yeah.
Will we supplement this to our facade grants and stuff like that, kind of, right? It's supplemental? Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. I mean, it's not required, but it's a
It's a
resource.
It's a checklist. It's like,
an additional.
Yeah.
And I keep checking outside if anybody else is coming in here, but I don't know what time are we at.
So, we do have hopefully some new,
Prospects.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah, just.
It sounds like we do.
that's good.
I didn't.
And
Yeah, actually, they are here. They are. Kevin Brown on it.
were you saying grant prospects or board member?
Board
I
members.
see.
Yeah.
Sorry. I don't know that.
There's no board involvement for that. They're appointed positions, right? Okay. So
Just another way, you know. Might
just
become
receive
easier
when
to
that
get.
comes time. Yeah. Okay.
But that requires all of you to stay on the board, so.
It's how many presently on the board? 6 or 7? It's not 9.
No,
Seven.
I think there's 7, yeah.
Clarence, can you confirm if Tyler's appointment was because of a business? And if it is,
Yes,
I think we can aggressively find somebody within the zone.
it is absolutely. Dave, he is a business representative in the zone. Correct.
That was why it was selected.
Yes, yes, yes.
I can if you'd like me to, I can reach out to a couple of business owners that I think would be interested in joining and could be beneficial to the group.
Dave, if you reach out to them, what they'll need to do, if you get a yay from them, or even if they're just interested,
Submit that.
they'll go down to City Hall, submit a interest to sit on a board, and they'll check UEZ or whatever other board they're interested in. But check UEZ, and that's all they need to do. And if they have questions, they can call my office, and or Clarence. I'm sorry, Clarence, I'm offering you up. If they have questions, I feel like some people want to serve on boards, but they don't know what the board does, and like we can go through some of those things, and it helps them feel a little bit more comfortable. I've done that with some plan commission members and PZA members before. I think it helps. But yes, do that.
I will. I want to meet, have meetings and get things done.
Yeah, absolutely. Get myself one out here.
I mean, what do you guys think? Do we try another 5 minutes or so? I don't
think so.
I emailed,
I don't think it's
Broughton
coming.
and he hasn't.
Good, no response.
I'm sure, like I said.
It's at your pleasure. You're the person.
I mean, well,
right now.
I don't know if we can really talk about much more or accomplish much. Mr. Bentley, I apologize for that. We're gonna have to find another time to meet. I don't know if we can reconvene.
Like a special meeting?
Yeah, a special meeting.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah, we've
if
done it in
there's
the
something that
past.
needs to be taken care of, why can't we just look at next week?
You just have to give the notice properly.
Right.
You know.
Public-
How many days is it?
Yeah.
It's 10 days.
10 days.
10 days.
So I can
Does that
send
make
a
sense for
notice.
him?
Okay.
10 days?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. All right.
I
Yeah.
apologize. Just,
You know,
we're down one person.
All you guys' time, man. I mean, because I can use whatever help. I'm trying to get my house back in order. It's my mom and dad's house. I bought my brother out when they passed, and like I didn't even realize that like some of the windows and stuff are rotted out. Because I got pins and screws to this, and then I live on a hill, so I don't get on the side of the house much. You know?
Oh,
So-
10 days. Try to get back here with him if we can.
If I can send, if I send the notice,
Do we have to meet within 10 days?
We can meet no sooner than 10
No
days.
sooner than 10. Yeah.
Sooner than 10 days. Okay.
What are you
With
looking
the
like?
form
You're
so that we
looking
can
at
actually hear
19.
and vote.
before the end of the month,
Or
really.
yes, yeah, because I need that to send within that frame, the notice.
Yeah.
Okay. Can we circulate an email then? I mean, 29th works for me. I don't think we have the authority to establish that tonight, but
Well, we can say you could poll us and see what like days work if you want.
why don't we do that? We'll circulate an email and then.
Because if we don't know if we're gonna have a quorum on the 29th, we shouldn't say it.
Right, exactly, that's what.
Yeah.
And I don't think you can either. You don't have quorum.
Right, to vote for it, so we'll try and circulate an email and we'll
And
try
maybe
and
we'll have-
reschedule and we can reach back out to you.
Yes.
We might have new members by then as well, so.
Sure.
I mean, even though it's maybe their first meeting, we
Yeah.
should bring them to speed really quickly.
Yeah,
so.
no, and these grants are well within our
Dave and
guidelines.
I go right in place.
Yes. Okay, well, I guess we will,
I think the best practices are really good though.
I'm glad, yeah, I think that'll be helpful for everybody working with contractors and just, kind of eyes wide open, especially for folks that don't or haven't gone through the bid process and just don't know what to expect, so.
Absolutely.
And that the whole part about just really trying to embrace what we have in our community as contractors is still going to be important.
Mhm.
And I think that not sending a negative tone or message
Right,
was what we were
that
trying
was
to
important, yeah.
do. We were trying to make it really more about the community and the understanding that if your house is worked on and improved, my house is worked on and improved, now it's caught on.
Yeah, everybody's
a community
better,
that is now looking and
Right,
functioning.
And so many people who are doing this have no idea where to start or
They
what
don't.
to, I mean, it's really a great guideline.
yeah.
Okay.
Hey Clarence, real quick, out of the 9, it's a total of how many people do we need on the board? 9?
Nine.
There's the
How many business owners versus individuals that live
Ooh,
here?
business owner.
I think just
It was one business owner.
Well, that's what I was a business owner as well, so
The mayor appoints the two
But the
business,
appointment was different for
two
you.
agencies.
I had a city council appointment.
Yeah, not by the mayor.
And then the council
different.
appoints 2 residents.
The mayor and the board and the council both.
Each don't get a business
Yeah,
owner.
appointing.
I'm just throwing an idea out as we're searching or approaching new board members. It might behoove us as a group to maybe look back at some individuals that we have issued grants to. And they might be able to provide a different light or a different
excellent idea.
vision than what we have.
That's a great idea.
I'm just
But what vision do
throwing
we
that
have?
out there for everybody to think about.
But Dave, could you tell us about the vision? I'm curious to know what vision you're speaking on.
I'm just, there's been individuals that have benefited from these grants.
Right, no, I think it's an excellent idea you raised. I think we all are in agreement with you here. I heard vision and I wanted to know what that was.
They might be able to ask questions that we haven't thought of, because they've been able to take the funds, improve either their home or their business. So they might just be, they might be seeing it different. Vision was the wrong term.
Okay.
But they just might see it in, just have different questions than we have.
I agree. I think it's a great idea.
So that's just a thought for us to ponder over.
I think it's
It's a great idea.
I think it's great.
Excellent, actually.
So, and they may take pride in giving out money to the next person.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So you know you need to bring it up during quorum so we can get it on the record, right? You won't be reminded.
I know you'll remind.
You got it.
Yeah.
I guess
Please
if
make it.
we have nothing else, I don't know if we need a motion to close, or does anybody?
No, I think we'll just kind of wrap it up here. Thank you, everybody, for making the time, and we'll circulate an email with when we'll be able to put together next.
Sounds good. Thanks.
All right, thank you, everybody.
I'm so sorry.
No, thank you, I appreciate you.